This was the most emotional, eye-opening, incredible thing we've done on our entire backpacking trip so far. We spent our morning doing a tour of Dharavi slums, which is the largest slum in India and the largest by population in the world, with Reality Tours and Travel, who use 80% of the profits to fund community projects such as English speaking lessons, life skills and computer skills. We learned so much and it was honestly the most incredible experience. I'll never forget it. You're not allowed to take any photos or videos at all, out of respect for the community and to maintain trust, as there's been negative media attention in the past, so the residents are a bit wary of being exploited. Completely understandable, obviously, but I so wish we could have captured some of the moments and sights that we witnessed to share. It really was something else. 1 million people live in about 2,000 square kilometres in the slums. On the tour, we learned about 5 of the 10,000 industries that take place here. Plastic recycling, textiles, leather, bakery and pottery. And I was so shocked to find out that products from companies like Zara and Timberland are made here in these really shocking conditions. Factory wages are about $5 a day and workers often sleep in the factories because they can't afford the rent in the residential areas, which is about $50 a month, because they're often sending money home to the countryside. The residential area is segregated by religion because of riots that happened between Hindus and Muslims in 1992. The homes in the residential area are about 10 foot long with no toilets. Communal toilets are used in the slums. Both boys and girls do go to school and there's banks, police and hospitals inside the slum as well. There's a full thriving community here. After loads of failed previous attempts, a redevelopment project is now finally underway, so this may have been one of the last chances to see the slum. We came away from the tour feeling so emotional, privileged, lucky, grateful, and shocked at the conditions that so many people have no choice but to live in. A clean, sanitary home should be a given, but here it's a rarity. I want to say as well though that I don't only want to express sympathy for the people living here. At times I did also feel guilty that I was there doing a tour of what is ultimately just people's homes and livelihoods, and here I am kind of peering into that like it's something to look at. So this is not to say that people aren't happy there. At the end of the day you make do with what you've got, and most know no different. We had very mixed emotions, to be honest. I honestly can't recommend this tour enough. If there's one thing you do when you come to Mumbai, let it be this. Our guide was so friendly and knowledgeable. He lives in another slum a little bit further out of the city where the rent is cheaper, and it was so interesting and eye-opening to learn about some of the different industries here. And for the record, despite the kind of negative connotations that come with the word, the definition of a slum in India is just a property that's built on government-owned land, so where the resident doesn't actually own the land themselves. It has absolutely nothing to do with the person's income, so the richest person in the world could technically be said to be living in a slum if their house was built on government-owned land, for example. I just thought that was really interesting and worth sharing.